Chelsea Football Club is an English professional football club based in Fulham, London. Founded in 1905, the club competes in the Premier League, the top division of English football. Chelsea are among England's most successful clubs, having won over 30 competitive honours, including 6 league titles and 6 European trophies. Their home ground is Stamford Bridge. Chelsea won their first major honour, the League Championship, in 1955. The club won the FA Cup for the first time in 1970 and their first European honour, the Cup Winners' Cup, in 1971. After a period of decline in the late 1970s and 1980s, the club enjoyed a revival in the 1990s and had more success in cup competitions. The past 2 decades have been the most successful in Chelsea's history. They won 5 Premier League titles and both the UEFA Champions League and UEFA Europa League. During this period, Chelsea are one of 5 clubs to have won all 3 of UEFA's main club competitions. The first English club to achieve the UEFA treble, and the only London club to have won the Champions League. Chelsea's home kit colours are royal blue shirts and shorts with white socks. The club's crest features a ceremonial lion rampant regardant holding a staff. The club has rivalries with neighbouring teams Arsenal and Tottenham Hotspur, and a historic rivalry with Leeds United. Based on attendance figures, the club has the 6th largest fanbase in England. In terms of club value, Chelsea are the 6th most valuable football club in the world, worth £2.13 billion, and are the 8th highest earning football club in the world, with earnings of over €428 million in the 2017-18 season. Since 2003, Chelsea have been owned by Russian billionaire Roman Abramovich. In 1904, Gus Mears acquired the Stamford Bridge Athletics Stadium with the aim of turning it into a football ground. An offer to lease it to nearby Fulham was turned down, so Mears opted to found his own club to use the stadium. As there was already a team named Fulham in the borough, the name of the adjacent borough of Chelsea was chosen for the new club. Names like Kensington FC, Stamford Bridge FC and London FC were also considered. Chelsea were founded on the 10th of March 1905 at the Rising Sun pub, opposite the present-day main entrance to the ground on Fulham Road, and were elected to the Football League shortly afterwards. Chelsea won promotion to the First Division in their second season, and yo-yoed between the first and second divisions in their early years. They reached the 1915 FA Cup final, where they lost to Sheffield United at Old Trafford, and finished third in the First Division in 1920. The club's best league campaign to that point. Chelsea had a reputation for signing star players and attracted large crowds. The club had the highest average attendance in English football in 10 separate seasons including 1907-08, 1909-10, 1911-12, 1912-13, 1913-14 and 1919-20. They were FA Cup semi-finalists in 1920 and 1932 and remained in the First Division throughout the 1930s, but success eluded the club in the interwar years. Former Arsenal and England centre-forward Ted Drake was appointed manager in 1952 and proceeded to modernise the club. He removed the club's Chelsea pensioner crest, improved the youth setup and training regime, rebuilt the side with shrewd signings from the lower divisions and amateur leagues, and led Chelsea to their first major trophy success, the League Championship, in 1954-55. The following season saw UEFA create the European Champions Cup, but after objections from the Football League and the FA, Chelsea were persuaded to withdraw from the competition before it started. Chelsea failed to build on this success, and spent the remainder of the 1950s in mid-table. Drake was dismissed in 1961 and replaced by player-coach Tommy Docherty. Docherty built a new team around the group of talented young players emerging from the club's youth setup, and Chelsea challenged for honours throughout the 1960s. Enduring several near misses, they were on course for a treble of League, FA Cup and League Cup going into the final stages of the 1964-65 season, winning the League Cup but faltering late on in the other two. In 3 seasons the side were beaten in 3 major semi-finals and were FA Cup runners-up. Under Docherty's successor, Dave Sexton, Chelsea won the FA Cup in 1970, beating Leeds United 2-1 in a final replay. The following year, Chelsea took their first European honour, A UEFA Cup Winners' Cup triumph. With another replayed win, this time over Real Madrid in Athens. The late 1970s through to the 80s was a turbulent period for Chelsea. An ambitious redevelopment of Stamford Bridge threatened the financial stability of the club. Star players were sold and the team were relegated. Further problems were caused by a notorious hooligan element among the support, which was to plague the club throughout the decade. In 1982, Chelsea were at the nadir of their fortunes. ACQU